Are we rolling? Hi. Technical difficulties again. Here we are, day 15, 555. That's a great number. We're on our way. I know we're in the kitchen and we're going to do the refrigerator. Feng shui for the refrigerator. So here we go. Nice clean refrigerator. We just got a brand new refrigerator, so I'm excited to show this off. We decided not to do the split version anymore. It was too much in and out with the doors, and I ended up opening all the doors anyway. So let's just go with one big door. Now you can see one of the problems with refrigerators is you get too many things. There's just too much in here. Condiments, half open, this and that, and I'm going to show you this. First thing you need to do, separate the condiments, which have a long expiry date, and the leftovers kind of thing that have a much shorter lifespan. And so when they all get mixed up, that's when you lose it, okay? So what we've got here, I've got on the door here, this could change, is some of the things with the longer expiry date, except for the milk, that just seems to fit into the corner there. But the crazy part is when you buy an extra ketchup or an extra mayo or extra relish or whatever it is, what happens is they go in the cupboard and then the one runs out and then you end up getting another one, right? So somehow we got to figure out how to keep them together. Can you actually put the two ketchups together and go, oh, this one started and this one's not? Because what's happened with me in the past, cooking oil, I had 3 cooking oils in the cupboard that I rounded up, and 2 of them were open. You know how long it takes to get through a cooking oil? And same thing with the soy sauce. I had two big soy sauce open forever, and I'm trying to do much better, but that's just the way it is. Yes, I know the fridge is open. So what we're going to do here is the logic is when you go to the fridge, you're hungry and you're going to grab the first thing you see, right? Boom. So if you don't put good healthy food here in the first grab spot, you're going to end up eating something you don't want. You're going to go for potato chips, or you're going to go through the cookies or the cakes or whatever's laying out on the table, you're going to go there first. So you've got to... I didn't plan this. So what you have to do is plan either A, not buy that stuff, and B, put it somewhere where it's a little bit harder to access. And so what we've done is if and when we buy a bag of cookies, or we bake cookies or have something like that. So we do this 80-20 thing. So 80% of the time we try and keep low inflammation, low carb, low high protein, that kind of thing. And then the other part, we do have some little treats. But what happens is we put the cookies in smaller baggies into the freezer. So it's a little bit more work to go get them, and they're already frozen. So you really, really want a cookie if you go in and get one out of the freezer. So that's what we do with the goodies. But the other things is leftovers. I love leftovers. We do all the cooking here. And I put them in these glass containers so that, I'm going to look at good. These glass containers, you can see right through. There's our chicken from last night. Here's another concoction that we have. Once a week, we actually round up to clean up the fridge. We round up all this stuff. There might be some leftover pork. There might be some leftover chicken. I do rice, and I work out of that through the week. And so at the end of the day before you go to the grocery store to restock, you should go right through your fridge and pull everything out and throw it in a pot. Now, whether you want to have it with a rice base or a noodle base or split peas are great too. And you can pull that all together. Now, we've got some other things here. The other thing is having everything in its place. I want to make sure that when I do the grocery list, we've already got milk, not to get milk. I already know where the eggs are. We don't need eggs. Butter, those kinds of things are all in the staples are in the right place all the time. But what we've got here is I sent my husband out. We're doing some renos in the house. So he ran out, do you need any groceries? Fruit and vegetables. And so when I went out Friday, I went in a peek here and I went, oh, we needed some groceries, some vegetables. So I brought 2 of the same thing that he did. But he put his up here. I didn't see them. And I put mine down there. So now we have 4 bags of baby bok choy to eat up. We probably got a week. We're going to be very, very healthy at the end of the week. But if they have a place and everybody knows what the place is, that's really cool. They'll all should end up in the bottom drawer. It's only big enough to hold enough stuff for a week. And so usually it gets munched down really, really well, or it ends up in the stew at the end of the week before we do more groceries. I know, I hear you. The other fun part about this, okay, alarm off. There you go. The other part is when we were growing up with our boys, they would be hungry all the time and they go in the fridge. I had a shelf designated for them. They can eat anything on that shelf, whether it be the leftovers or stale crackers or whatever else I put on that fridge, and all the rest of the stuff was off limits because I had plans for it for dinner or for guests or whatever. And so there were some limitations. And P.S. don't put the cheese on that shelf. That's free for all. It will be gone in a second. And I remember I remember telling this to a couple other people as well too. How do you manage the food? And I said, you know what? You put the healthy food here where you're going to grab it. The kids probably won't grab that. And give the kids another shelf so that they do have a snack, an after school snack. They do need an after school snack, and they do need, seems to be after dinner snacks. Now our kids decided they wanted more meat when they hit in their mid-teens, and we said, okay, we'll get more meat and you'll have to give up, you know, the dessert, the cookies, the ice cream, and the fluff. And they said, okay. And so we listened to them and they started eating healthy. And yeah, Hallie ended up 6'3" tall, and it's from eating really, really well. But what happens here is just having some good rules will be really, really helpful for you. So good feng shui, keep the refrigerator clean. You're gonna have to go, same thing, it's work. You gotta take everything out, clean it out, read the expiries. My husband's the only one that eats jam, so off you go. We've got some leftovers here from the salsa, but that can easily go into the mix at the end of the week as well too. And I will be munching down this baby bok choy. If you haven't ever heard of baby bok choy, it's a Chinese vegetable that actually looks a bit like, it's got a little celery piece at the bottom and a leafy piece at the top, and it's really, really super. One of the bonus foods that a lot of North Americans don't know about yet, but goes into stir fry, goes in stews, goes in casseroles. You can just wash it and stuff it in the frying pan just the way it is if you want. It's very, very versatile. So that's one of my favorites. So that's a tip: kitchen, refrigerator. And oh, by the way, the front of the kitchen refrigerator often needs to be cleared off as well too. Business cards, notices, sales, whatever. Keep this fresh. I've got some little playful people here on the front as inspiration. Attitude is everything. Pick a good one. That's what I want to wake up to. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. We've got more to do in the kitchen. Cha, cha, cha. It's not, I'm having trouble with this. Come on, come on.